Today we're going to take a look at how to create our iPad 4 amplifier base. We're going to start with Mastercam X5. You already have your base created in AutoCAD Inventor and saved as a step file. When we get our license agreement to open up, we want to X that out in the top right hand corner. Press the green check mark if it asks you, and then when this screen loads up, we want to X this out in the top right corner as well. This is what Mastercam should look like. Now we're going to take and open up our file part that we saved from AutoCAD Inventor. We're going to click the yellow folder with the green arrow, click to open. We want to change this and find our H drive. H drive. There we go. We want to see our first initial, last name 000. That's our H drive there. Next, these are all calling out for MCX files, and we saved ours as a step file from Inventor. So we're going to click on this pull down menu here, and I want to select step files so that it'll pick my part. Next, I want to choose my iPad 4 amplifier base and click the green check mark. Next, we're going to take and define our mill that we're going to use, the machine type. So we're going to go up here to the top pull down menu, and we're going to go to mill, and we want to select manage list. I already have my mill defined over here on the right hand side. Let me show you how I did this. I'm going to remove it. When you show up on this screen, there is nothing in the right hand side. So we're going to take on the left hand side and use the scroll bar to go all the way down to MP Techno X5. That's the definition for our mill. And we're going to click add. Then we're going to green check mark. And now we're going to go back up to the top to machine type, mill, and now our machine is defined for us here, MP Techno X5. Click to select it. Next, we want to take a look at our browser over here. Properties, Techno Mill is what this should say. We want to click on the plus mark in front of Properties, and I want to go to Stock Setup. I want to click the top left hand corner. That's where my tool bed is going to start out. I want to make sure that my X, Y, and Z axis are all at 0. I'm going to select the All Solids button by clicking it. That fills in my block thickness, width, and height. And I'm going to green check mark. Next, I want to go up to the top and I want to click on isometric. That's this box that looks like a green wireframe. Click to select it. That puts me in isometric mode. And I want to click this blue circle here, shaded. After I do that, I want to click Fit Screen. And this is what your screen should look like, something very similar to this one. Next, we're going to tell the machine how to cut our part. So we're going to go to Tool Pass, and we're going to Pocket, iPad 4 amplifier base. This should read your last name and then amplifier base. Green check mark. Next, we're going to click our Solids button here for 3D, selecting surfaces. And I want to click these two surfaces, this angular surface here on the bottom, and this resonance or the speaker channel right here. So this flat one and this one here. I'm going to start with this small rectangle at the top. It's going to turn yellow. And then this bottom surface here, it's also going to turn yellow. When I've clicked those two surfaces, I'm going to click the green check mark in the box. And taking a look at my pocket for Tool Pass, I'm going to take this menu and work it all the way down until we get to linking parameters. I'm going to select my tool, select Library Tool. I want to choose a 235 tool, which is a 1/4 inch flat end mill. Tool number 235. Click the green check mark. I'm going to select Cut Parameters. I'm going to change it from standard to open. Next, I'm going to go to entry motion. I'm going to turn my entry motion off. Next, I'm going to select finishing, and I'm going to change my cutter compensation from computer to control. Cutter compensation control. I'm going to go to lead in, lead out. I'm going to turn the lead in, lead out off. Next is depth cuts. I'm going to turn my depth cuts on, and I want to set a maximum rough step of 0.25. Then I want to choose linking parameters. I want to make sure my retract is at absolute. My feed plane is at absolute. Top of stock should also be at absolute. And then I'm going to green check mark. The blue lines in here indicate where the toolpath cutter head is going to be. And that looks good. Next, we're going to go up to our browser and we're going to click on G1, which is Posted Selected Operations. Click G1. We want to ensure that NC file is checkmarked, and we have NCD file right here. Green check. I'm going to save this to my H drive. That's, once again, first initial, last name, 000. First initial, last name, 000. It may take you a little bit of time to find this. iPad 4 Amplifier base, NCD file. That's fine. We're going to click the green check mark. Next, our Mastercam editor file. The screen is going to show up. We want to X this out in the top right hand corner. Next, we want to verify selected operations. That's this button right here next to G1. Verify selected operations. You're going to click play, and the machine is going to replicate, or the computer is going to replicate what your CNC mill is actually going to cut. When this finishes, you want to call your teacher over, Mr. Lammers or Mr. Bowen, to check your work to make sure everything looks okay. Green check mark. Now we're going to go up to the top right hand corner in Mastercam. We're going to click X to close. Are you sure you want to exit Mastercam? Yes. MCX file 5 has changed. Do you wish to save it? Yes, I do. Make sure this is going into your H drive. First initial, last name, 000. The file name, iPad 4 Amplifier, is fine. Green check mark. And Mastercam closes out. Now we're ready to cut our part. We're going to click on CNC mill. We're going to go to Translate Execute. And I want to select my iPad 4 Amplifier base and click Open. Select OK. Now I want to preview. This is where you want to call your teacher, Mr. Lammers or Mr. Bowen, over to check your work. They're going to ask you to press S on the keyboard and F on the keyboard. Your screen will look like that. We're just checking to make sure that the heights are correct. Then we could press Escape on the keyboard or click the exit button over here on the right hand side. Next, we're going to jog. This ensures that your computer and the CNC mill are talking together to make sure that where the mill bit is starting, the computer knows that that is X0, Y0, Z0, that's your absolute origin. We're going to click Exit Jog. And then you're ready to click your Start button after you have your part loaded into the mill. Congratulations, you are finished.